Hey everybody, my name is Jordan, and welcome to my first impressions video of Anodyne. Okay, so Anodyne is this action-adventure 16-bit indie game brought to you by Analgesic Studios, Analgesic Productions, sorry, which was founded by two college students, Sean Hogan and Jonathan Hitaka, the main two developers of this game. So, effectively, Anodyne is Legend of Zelda. The old school Legend of Zelda is for like the Game Boy Color. Like Link's Awakening. Actually, I don't know if Link's Awakening was on the Game Boy Color. It might have just been on the Game Boy. But it's very, very similar from that. In fact, as soon as I loaded up the game, I am currently just about like maybe an hour and a half into this game so far for this first impressions video. I wanted to get a good idea of this game. I wanted to get a good feel for it first off. But it is very Legend of Zelda. The first time I logged into this game, immediately I was hit with the fact that, oh wow, this is exactly like Legend of Zelda. In fact, this is our method of attack with our broom. This game is actually pretty humorous too. I feel like it's got a lot of internet humor. So if you are familiar with a lot of stuff that's going on the internet, it feels like it's very internet humor. You can tell that it was made by two college students in that regards. So this game does not require like any modern computer to run. In fact, if you go on Steam and you look up the specifications that may be required for this title, you need a computer that was from like 10 years ago. So pretty much any PC will run this game. So don't be afraid if you think that you can't run it on Steam. I know some people think that they can't run some titles on Steam. This one you will be able to run. And I actually highly recommend it because it's actually a pretty fun game. Hopefully I can explain why. Okay, so this game originally, the two developers, Sean and Jonathan, originally brought this game onto the Pirate Bay, which is actually hilarious because every major publisher is like, oh my god, pirating, we can't have that, DRM everywhere. But no, they actually gave it to the Pirate Bay. They're like, hey, play our game. And eventually it got enough supporters and it made its way onto Steam. So that's actually pretty cool. I don't believe it's, I'm sure it's available on the Pirate Bay, but honestly, I'd support the developers and buy this title if you can. Okay, so here we go. We are trapped in the subconscious of Young, who is the I believe this is the character. I believe this is Young who you're playing as. And Young is very, well, he's kind of socially awkward. I mean, you can't really tell that he's like socially awkward because he's a silent protagonist, but you can tell by the NPCs that the way that his mind works is that he's not the most social of people, which is actually kind of interesting. So let's see if we can talk to this sage here, who is actually one of the very first characters that we met early on, and he tells us that we aren't actually strong enough to continue onto the game. We have to continue progressing through the game by collecting cards. Now, cards are effectively, yeah, how you progress through the game. You can open up the start menu here, open up the enter menu, I suppose. And you can tell we have 15 cards. Now, cards are scattered throughout all the levels. We'll show all the levels off shortly. But they're actually kind of interesting, and you can read the cards, sorry, and it'll tell you a bit about this character or this enemy. For example, these two are enemies, and this is actually a boss, and then these two are just NPCs who are sitting about. This is one of my favorite NPCs that you meet early on. I forget what his name is. I don't know if it actually says it, but he is very weird. He was one of the reasons why I thought that this game was very, you can really tell how socially awkward he is through this character. I believe that this is a part, certain NPCs are different parts of Young's subconscious. So you can actually just go ahead and hit C and you can select what this says. I don't mind being watched by the trees. Yes, he was actually, I believe he was extremely paranoid of something, and he did something extremely, we can actually meet that character later on. It's really easy to navigate through the levels in this game. This is a boss. This is one of the first bosses that you fight. So far in this game, I'm 3 bosses into the game, and it's only 2 hours. This game, I'm only in like 2 hours into the game. Again, I had a lot of deaths, so that might be extended a bit longer. I might actually be only like an hour and like a half into the game. But this game is supposed to be about between 4 and, or actually, sorry, I believe it is 6 to 10 hours long. So you do get a bit of playtime out of this game, and pretty much all the bosses are the bad parts of Young's subconscious. So let's actually exit out of that. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and just take a look at the configuration menu. Of course, you can set all of your keybinds. There's, of course, not very many attacks whatsoever, so you don't really need to worry about that. You can have joystick pad support. I am just playing with the keyboard, so it doesn't really matter. And then you can go ahead and you can resize the window at your desire. So not too much going on in the department of options in this regard. You can, of course, save. There's, of course, a ton of save points. There's a ton of checkpoints that you find throughout the game. I feel like every, 10 minutes or so you run into a new one, so that's actually kind of helpful. There are very few items. There's actually a few items in this game, and they actually will improve your character quite a bit. Of course, we've got the normal broom right here, and then I went and I found this extended version of the broom, which added a little bit of a dust effect there. So that was kind of interesting. I'm hoping to find the other two somewhat soon. I'm actually kind of curious on what they are. And I was given these boots, which actually helped me jump. So it's a pair of spring-loaded shoes. Press X to jump. Okay, sweet. And that was kind of shaped. I'll get into that in a second, discussing more of the mechanics of the game. But yeah, so the progression is based on these cards, and I have actually found all the cards on this level in particular. This wasn't a very big level, as you can see in the map up above, kind of where my health bar is and the amount of keys that I have. That this isn't so big, so we're going to go ahead. We're actually going to use this portal and return to the level selection screen. So as you can see on these portals, you can kind of see, especially on these two right here, that there's a red gem above them. Now that will indicate that I have collected every single card on that level. So let's go ahead and just jump into this one and hopefully to see if we can actually find a few cards. Now this is actually interesting. I forgot about this. Occasionally throughout your the levels, you'll run into these gates, and actually, because I defeated a certain boss, I can actually unlock that gate. I actually forgot about that. There's quite a few of these gates, and hopefully I can find all of them. Here we go. We've actually defeated that boss too. I'm unsure on how many bosses are actually in the game, but since I'm only 2 hours in and it's a 6 to 10 hour long game, I'm actually kind of interested to see what they have to throw at us. The difficulty of the bosses are varied. The first boss that I fought was probably the most difficult because I wasn't exactly sure what was going on, but as I learned the game mechanics, the second boss was actually a little bit easier, but he was still very difficult. While the third boss was just a walk in the park. I don't know if I bugged that boss out, but he was very, very easy compared to the other three. And after you beat them, of course, you get these keys and you can unlock new areas. Now, these stones give you helpful information on what is going on in the area, and you see to interact. So these were built some time ago by the partners' towers. The partner towers overlook the distant mountains. The first tower was damaged a while ago and has since been repurposed. The second one still stands to the east, reaching to the sky. Due to safety concerns, the path to the tower has been cut off until further notice. I don't know if that was regarding the gates, but here we go. We've got a chest. Oh, some strange forces stopped this treasure box from being opened. Okay, so we got to come back to a later time. Let's climb up here. Is this like a windmill? Is this like a tower? I'm kind of confused what this is. Okay, it's definitely a windmill. Yep. Okay, sweet. So let's enter into the windmill. And let's see what happens. Oh, cutscene. Okay, so after... This is actually rather great, because now I can progress in the game farther. I'm actually really glad I went through that portal. But that's actually kind of great how they worked that up. How that portal was, of course, linked up where you couldn't go any farther because you didn't have enough cards. So what happened there was, after every time you beat a boss, you would be, like, frozen. You can't go any farther because these statues were in the way. So we just kind of unlocked these statues through the windmill. I'm not exactly quite sure why the windmill actually unlocked them. Maybe it's because we got the windmill moving, and that, of course, would unlock the statues then. So let's see if with this we can open this up. You can, and we got a card. Is this the windmill? I think this is the windmill. Let's go ahead and check that out and see what that one says. Do you ever feel like no matter what you do, you can't stop the world from dying? Yeah, some of them are actually incredibly grim. Like the windmill one right there. I'm not going to go over all of them because you can, of course, check that out for yourself. But let's go ahead and just see if we can go to where one of the... See, we got the final card in that area. So let's go ahead and see if we can go to where the boss's room was. If I can actually remember where the boss's room are. This part is actually kind of confusing on where you have to go, but I believe that right here is after the first boss. I'm not entirely sure. Hopefully it is. Okay, good, it is. So this is the area that you go to after you defeat the first boss, and now that the statues move, we are free to go to the right and to the left, or actually right and then down. Alright, so before we get into all the combat and nitty-gritty stuff, let's see if we can explore further and just see how to get to those chests. Okay, so we got the bats here. The bats are a pain in the butt, so they actually attract onto you, so you just have to swipe them away. So I can't go through this yet until I defeat all of the monsters in this area. So let's go back around and go down and go to do that. Now right here, there's of course, this is a common mechanic throughout the game. There are these little laser things that will damage you, and of course you can't get knocked in them. This guy can only take damage from when you attack him from below, and as you can see, oh, I actually screwed that up. Darn it. Okay. Because that guy can't take damage, or he can take damage, but he can only take damage from being above, we can move him and place him on one of the buttons. This is a strong mechanic in the first dungeon of the game. So I don't want to push him there because he's going to, I'm going to have to be quick. I'm going to have to do this when he's in the middle. So I'm going to have to push him. No. Okay, darn it. So we're going to have to push him at the right time so he doesn't go into the, no. So maybe push him as he's going down. And then I think that's a good idea. Alright, start pushing him now. No. This is going to be really difficult. This is a difficult one. Generally speaking, you are able to collect dust and place it there to stop it. Let's actually see if we can try this again. Again, the puzzles in this game are, some of them are incredibly easy, while some of them are actually very difficult. There's not a lot of in between. I think this is one of the more difficult ones. There are some that are incredibly frustrating. That gets me really mad. But when you do succeed in them, it's actually really a great feeling. So let's see if we can time this when we can actually push him. I think pushing him right here, and then again, and then again, and then again. Oh, when are you supposed to push him? Huh. Let's see if we can try this again. Maybe. I don't know. I'm trying to think here. Maybe we can think outside the box here. I have to push him like 4 places over before we can actually. Nope. Oh, darn it. Okay, come on. Actually, he didn't die there. I could have pushed him. So push him once there, huh? Let's try this out. Push him once there. Alright, he's gonna go to that boulder, ricochet off of it. He's gonna go to that one and ricochet off of it. Let's push him after he's through here. Whoop. Nope. Oh, okay. So we're kind of getting the idea here. This is kind of how the puzzles work out. You have to figure out when to do a certain event. It's very time-based. Hopefully I can actually get farther than this in today's video, because I actually want to showcase more of this game off. But I want to get through this damn puzzle. Should I use it up here? No, because I should be able to push it 2 places before that. No! Oh! Darn it, okay. It's, you can note at the HP at the top of the screen on how they're actually kind of like bars, and it's actually really easy to get HP. But I figured out that I mostly die from these like puzzles and whatnot because they're actually really difficult. And of course you get HP after you discover certain locations, or you defeat a certain boss, or you defeat a boss. Oh, we got it. No, push it. Nope. Oh, okay. We can do this now. I got this. I can figure this out. So he jumps off there. Push him once over. He's gonna jump off of that one. Oh crap! I think I screwed that up. Okay. Okay, push him over once. And then over. Darn it. Okay. Huh. This is difficult. This is indeed difficult. Push it over once. Okay, I'm gonna wait for him to jump back up here. Whoop. There we go. Okay, now I just have to push him like 4 places. I'm gonna start in the middle here. Don't screw up. Do not screw up. Alright, okay, that was once. Alright, push. No! Oh! Darn it. Okay, come on. Push. Alright, push. Oh, well, that one screwed me up. I wasn't even really paying attention too much in that one. Push once. again, these puzzles in this game are, some of them are easy, like some of them are ridiculously easy, while others are actually very, very challenging. There's no middle of the road here. And a lot of them are just based on wonky mechanics, like this one in particular. So wait, let's wait for him to, now, there we go. Oh wow, we barely got that one. Alright, we can push him over once, and I think we can push him over once more, and then I'm going to start to push him when he's down here. Jump. Okay, sweet. Oh, nope. Nope. Oh, come on. He was just one step away and I accidentally ran into him. Okay, we got this time. This time for sure. All right, one over. Don't regard my frustration as me not liking this game. I'm actually in love with this game. I'm really having fun with this game. If you are interested in this game, you can pick it up on Steam for $10. It is currently on sale for 33% off. You can actually also go to the devs their page, their website online, and buy this game for $9 and then pay what you want after that. You can also get the soundtrack on there for $12 and pay what you want. So let's push them to the side, and again, alright, again, once more, there we go. Okay, this is actually pretty easy now that we're looking at it this way. Alright, over once, and over once. Alright, wait for him to jump. And then once more. Haha, we got it. There we go. Push him over once. There we go. And the door is unlocked, and we can continue onward. Kill the damn rats. Now they're not rats, bats. They'll circle around you and just annoy you, really, and then only sometimes they'll run into you. Kill this guy off, and now we have unlocked that room. So now we gotta run back through here. Go up and around, and we can get to those chests finally, which hopefully one of them has a key in it, and one of them has, actually, hopefully they have cards in it. I'm actually looking forward to cards, because as you get more cards, we can, of course, take on the final boss. What I believe to be the final boss. Yes, we did get a card, and we got a key. Sweet. So let's actually check out what the card says. I always check this out, because they're always rather interesting. Pew pew, pew pew pew, pew pew, pew pew pew. Chancel, pulpit, altar, stained glass windows. I think that enemy was the, I believe that was the, is that the shooting? Okay, I'm going to imagine that was the shooting stuff, the shooting lasers. So let's go ahead and just check this out here. Let's go down now and see what this key was used for. Some of the puzzles in this game are kind of repetitive. The third boss was, it was kind of repetitive how we had to get to him. But otherwise, the puzzles are all unique and all change depending on what landscape you are in. Okay, I'm going to head up now because we are getting to a certain section of the game that I am very unsure of myself for. We're going to be ending the episode off here. Guys, this was Anodyne. Go ahead, pick this game up on Steam if you, it's only $10. Again, 33% off until March 29th. You can go ahead and you can go to the developer's website and buy the game, or not buy the game, well, you can buy the game there for $9 and pay what you want, and the soundtrack for $12 and pay what you want. But you can also download a demo of the game, so you can try out the game, first few levels of the game, see if you like it or not. Some people like it or not. Some people will like it, some people will love it like me, and some people will be like, meh, it's not for me. So guys, go ahead, check this game out. Alright, and if you are new to my channel, go ahead and subscribe for more of these first impressions videos. Hopefully this was good, hopefully this was entertaining, hopefully you got a good idea of Anodyne from this. And I also am a Let's Player. I do Let's Plays. Currently I'm doing a Minecraft Let's Play, and I'm hoping to expand that outward. Alright guys, I will see you all next time. Peace out everybody.